Hey, moms and dads, how are you? How's been the week? Remember that place I told you about where I come to think about stuff? The place, I think in Spanish it's called Carinthia, something like that. I don't know, I'm not Spanish, but I think it's written as Carinthia or Carinthia, that place of peace. This is where I am today, this morning. I hope I'm not yelling or something. There's a lot of wind in this place. There are tall trees, and it's it's so serene, and it's very calming to be outside. I haven't been here in over a year, but I feel really good being out here. I came to think. I needed to think. I was having a good morning. I woke up and I decided I'm going to have a good day today. I played some music. I got baby Q, put him in the car, and got some sugar from Daddy Q, Cheek, and we left. Dropped Baby Q at his grandma and grandpa's, and I hit the road. Usually, what happens during the week is, you know, I think it's called Hobson's Choice, where you have two options, but you can only choose one. And that happens where I think with anything. So I think that's what it's called. So I had that choice as usual. Every morning I have it if I can go into the left lane or the right lane as I'm going to work. So whichever lane I get into, the opposite one is the one that moves quickly, and I always end up getting where I'm going just a bit later than what I had intended. So this morning, like I said, I was in high spirits, good vibes, high vibration, listening to some music. I was actually listening to Vibration by Fireboy, and I was having a good, when you're in the car and you're playing your music and just singing along and you're just feeling it. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's a universal law. The the lane I was in actually moved quicker, and it was really awesome. I got to work on time. Like on time. I actually got there on time. Well, not quite on time, but definitely earlier than the Fridays that I've been getting there. So it's been Fridays are usually traffic is quite heavy. So that's my morning, and then when I got to work, I forgot the number one rule. As a lawyer or as just anybody, you should always take evidence. Keep the evidence with you. And I fumbled. I made an error. Remember that hostile takeover I was mentioning in the previous video? Well, I was trying to execute that hostile takeover, and I forgot to keep a copy of the evidence. And I took the original, and now the original is not with me, and I'm thinking about suing somebody. Okay, well, not to sue somebody, but I mean, it actually crossed my mind to go to court and bring an application to have the person that is holding on to my document to give it back to me. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I need to think, because I'm being told that the document is not valid, it's invalid. Well, it's signed and it has my name on it. It's a valid document and it's from your office. Well, they're not gonna hear this, so it's fine. I can I can say it. It's not really a big deal, just something I wanted to confirm. But I came to think about other stuff as well. Yeah, so not anything deep, just to distress, to relax or something. So I'm waiting for my next session, and I'm allowed to come out for a few minutes. So work is really close by, and I'll be heading back just as soon as I'm done with this. Now, today we are going to be talking about uh, when I tried to overstep my own ability, maybe. And it starts with me. This was like a few years back. I really believe that you can get to where you're going by, being in that actual state mentally. So I would invest in some books. At that time, I was buying cookbooks and books about baking, arts and crafts, and stuff like that because that's what I wanted to do in the future. I wanted to be, that mom that cooks and bakes and does cute, art projects with her kids and stuff like that, and plays board games and family time. I was doing that kind of stuff. So I was trying to project into the future. So now with the baking, I'm not a natural baker. I think my mom has really tried. She must be disappointed at this time. And well, I think she's used to it. I did try to bake before, but nobody enjoyed my cooking except my baking, except my parents, because they eat anything that I prepare. But my parents are very particular, so they didn't enjoy my baking. So I got a cookbook, a baking book, whatever. It was called Cakes and Bakes. It's called Cakes and Bakes, and I got a recipe for cake, which I tried to mess around with. That didn't really work, so I decided to buy a cake in a box, which is much easier than doing the actual building the cake from scratch. And the instructions, they didn't seem to be, well, it didn't seem like it was going to work out how I thought it would, so I decided to add my own, extra flour, extra bit of this, extra bit of that. And when the cake was done, it was harder than the concrete that I am standing on right now. It was delicious, but it was so hard. And even with the cream, I went, I think, above and beyond with the sugar and added just a bit extra something. I love sweet things. I do have a sweet tooth. So that was me. I mean, here's a cake in a box, and I still went ahead and tried to create my own cake outside the box using the cake in the box. And that brings me to an incident from all of the hiccups that I had were in my early days. I had first year students, and I thought, let me give back to the community, let me help them be well rounded citizens. And I gave them a project that involved some portfolio management. So everything that we had been doing during the semester, activities, exercises, put it in the portfolio, and I will go through it and give you feedback. And by the time the semester was ending, I had hundreds, okay, well, not hundreds, like 100 plus files just laying around the office space. So I had some under my desk, I had some on top of the desk, some just around my desk area. And because I had a really small office space that time, I had to keep some of the files outside of that area and on someone else's cubicle. It was a mess. I was trying to put something into the already existing continuous assessment and put something extra, which I thought, it's going to help. And I think it would have helped if I had maybe planned it properly, or had a tutor, or had a smaller number of students, because first year students tend to be quite a lot. Moral of the story, or before I get to the moral of the story, so how it ended is that by the time exams were coming around and I was done marking, I was stretched myself in and crashed and burn, baby, burn. That is how it ended for me. So no need to try and, if the system is working, it's working. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. And I think that's all I have for you today. I need to head back. My next session will be starting in a few minutes, and I want to arrive just on time. So I'm out, and this is actually a Friday, so weekends are for family. I may not put up another one for some time. It's actually been a busy week. I'd planned on doing one, but hey. Okay, so I hope you are happy with your little one, enjoying the evening, and I will catch you maybe tomorrow. It's possible with another one. Good night.